It's Shirley and Laverne at the Arbors grand opening.
Well, okay, Laverne, here we go again. Let's not make any boo-boos.
Hi, Shirley.
Well, Laverne, what are you doing here?
Well, we're enjoying this wonderful grand opening at the Arbors of Gulf Breeze.
I'm sure impressed.
Well, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Right. In fact, you know, I'm getting pretty close to needing a new pad.
Well, we'll have to take a tour and see what rooms might be of interest.
Well, I'm so happy to have my son quitting. And
Well, nice to be here. I was telling somebody yesterday, I went to Everman's last night. This woman was so excited to see me. She ran right up to me, and of course, I thought she was going to talk about me, and she said, I just want to tell you, I just love your mother's TV show. I could watch that all the time. So you're not my mother. I'm now Shirley Studer's son.
I'm making you famous.
Well, yes, you did. Yes, you did.
And this is my lovely granddaughter.
Hi, I'm Mallory.
Well, so what does everybody think so far?
Well, I think it's a neighborhood, and I think that's what people want today. You know, whether it's downtown Pensacola, people want to be in a neighborhood. And if you look at this, it's beautiful outside, but it's got the screened-in porches, the pavilions, the common areas. It would be like living in a safe neighborhood with a lot of people and a lot of activity. So I just think it's marvelous. I traveled all the time, and if I would have ever traveled and they would have put me in this place, and I would have thought, my gosh, what a luxury hotel I'm getting to stay into today. But even better, because my room's much bigger.
Well, I think also there is nothing like this age-in-place type of facility in Gulf Breeze, where it goes all the way from independent living all the way to memory care.
Well, and we got a Publix. You know, we always look for a Publix.
Yeah, it's right by Publix, too.
Well, people want to transition. You know, no one goes from here to here.
Right.
And I think what this does, it allows you to give a transition. You're in a very safe area. There's care available. And then if it ever gets that you really need care, you're right across almost from Gulf Breeze Hospital. And then you're close also, though, to activities. People like activities.
Sure.
You walk out of here and go to a football game. There's churches everywhere. There's a shopping center. And that's what people want. You know, people want to be active. And this is an active lifestyle place.
Well, and I really think that older senior citizens deserve that. They deserve the quality of life that maybe was not available to them a decade ago.
And they can't get out, and they have a wet bar right in there.
They do have a wet bar.
Yeah, I'm glad. I thought that's where I went first. I thought that's where I'd find you. So I was glad to find you here. I know you'll be there later.
Well, it's the time, you know.
It's your happy hour, in fact. We're right.
Oh, I have to wait 15 minutes.
Pushing your happy hour.
Yeah.
I think that's what I like about the place, that it's, again, that whole safety factor. But you talk about people, everyone deserves to feel safe, secure, and after working so hard, you want to enjoy yourself. And I talked to many, many people today, all different ages, that get to a point where a house, it's too hard to keep a home up, a yard up. And they get all the comforts of home, but they get that, I keep coming back to that feeling of a neighborhood. To people alert, you have to have communication and so on. So this is quite the spot. I think they're going to have a rough time getting people to leave here tonight.
I know.
Yeah. Did you ever have to pull me out of another place?
Yeah, we pulled you out of places before. This won't be the first.
Well, Mallory, can you imagine, as a youngest member in our group right now, can you imagine yourself
Oh yeah, I want to know if
like
there's a minimum age limit.
And actually, that's
I don't think you have to wait till you're real old again.
No, I'll join right now. It's like the Four Seasons almost,
they
right?
did say you just have to be 18.
Okay.
I think she
Is there
made it.
space?
I think she made it.
I think the walkability, people don't want to be isolated. And there's a lot of facilities that are sort of out,
Yes.
and they're nice, but once you leave the facility, there's
Right.
nowhere to go. I'm looking out the windows here, and you can walk in the residential neighborhoods.
Right.
You can walk once again to watch a high school football or
Yeah.
soccer game. You have different shopping malls right next to you. Family comes to see you. They have places to go, but besides being in here. So I think they've hit all the check marks of what people are looking for.
Well, I
in
think
living.
it was a very nice partnership with the church. I did not know this parcel was here, but to be able, I think Monsignor had said that he really wanted to have it be a place where it would be of service to a population, and so that's really nice that it is able to serve a population that, you know, really at this age deserves a good quality of life.
So, Mom, your daughter, your granddaughter's getting married pretty soon, isn't she? I mean,
Oh,
you're a
yeah.
flower girl. I heard you're going to be a flower girl. Is that true?
Well, that's what I'm being told, but let's
No,
not.
that was
let's
your
not,
idea.
Not make it. Well, I just wanted to be amusing, and I said, well, okay, I'll be the flower girl.
Yeah. Well, you know, you said, why don't I be a flower girl? And so we said yes, and now you're a flower girl, and I think...
Now I'm pouting.
and you're pouting, which is not unusual. But then we've got the groom's grandmother's also named Shirley.
Right, Shirley
So we're going to have a
Palmer.
double Shirley unless you trip her on the way up.
I'm Shirley
know.
1, she'll be Shirley 2.
Well, I figured you'd be Shirley. Isn't it? As she sang the song I'm Little Shirley Everything, I'm sure, on the show.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of her big hit songs that she's had. And then the ring bearer is John Appleyard,
That's
the grandfather.
wonderful.
So it's going to be a wonderful wedding. So Mal's been looking for her wedding, and this is the sort of type of place they're looking for. I think they let you do the reception here.
I don't know. That would be pretty fun, though. This is like a big party here today, huh?
Nobody probably has ever done one.
Sort of like, if you're not familiar with this, my mother has quite a few parties at her place next door to us, where we have to tell her to turn the lights down and the noise down a little bit. But Wednesday nights are your big party nights, and what amazes me is how many people I'm seeing walk by here that I've seen in your living room.
Oh, yes, we have that SOS club.
Yeah, they're heck out of it. I've seen
Wednesday
4
night,
people in
yeah.
here that I see on Wednesdays.
Yeah, they'll be coming and visiting in a little bit too, and
Yeah, Meg is here also somewhere.
Meg is here, Teresa's
Yeah.
here. I've seen a lot of your gang here.
Yeah.
Angela's here. I've seen a whole bunch of you. Now, they don't allow men, so a lot of you men watching this are probably figuring out, how do I get invited to Shirley's Wednesday night party? Well, you can crash it, which some men have crashed it, seriously, but otherwise they don't let you in. They don't let me in. They don't let a lot of people in. She's tough.
Well, you have to drink to join my club.
Right, and which I don't, so I'm not invited.
You're thrown out. Yeah. I like you in your blue suit.
Yeah, that's nice.
Hey, look at we're matching.
Yeah.
well, we really do appreciate you folks stopping by. And are you going to go take a tour of the place before
I did a
you
little
go?
earlier. I'm on my
Okay.
way to the Wind Creek
Yes.
Casino to speak tonight for United Bank, so I'm excited about that. And they do great things. They're in small communities, and they loan money to small businesses. And as you know, small businesses are really the heartbeat of our community. So I'm excited to go speak at their big conference tonight. And I don't normally gamble, but my mother thinks something's wrong here when I'm going to Wind Creek and she's not, because as you know, she's quite the
Something
good
got
gambler.
confused. I don't know. But anyway,
Ever tell them the story? I got one story from my mother. They're coming from Fort Myers to see us, and we were living in Gulf Breeze. So now most people would come from Fort Myers to Gulf Breeze. Here's how they got here. They went from Fort Myers to Biloxi to Gulf Breeze. She actually drove by our house.
just a little detour.
Just a little detour, went to Biloxi on the way to Gulf Breeze.
Well, did you win? That's the main thing.
She used to crawl on the bus she used to crawl on the bus here to go to different
Oh, I came
places.
on the bus.
Play bingo the whole way.
Well, Quinn, let me ask you something. When you talk to Atmore, the people in Atmore tonight, will you be talking about your book, your new book?
I hope to. It's exciting, and the thing I really like about the book, first of all, I think it can be helpful to communities,
Sure.
but otherwise, every single dollar we raise goes to early brain development. And, that's our focus. If a child's not ready for kindergarten, they probably won't graduate. And the big focus is the first 3 years. 85% of the brain is developed by the first 3 years. It's moms talking to their child.
See, that's what I did to you.
Yeah, I
I
knew
talked continuously to you.
So if my intelligence is based on how much my mother talked to me.
Well, and I talk continuously, and my mother said you must have been born with a phonograph needle in your throat.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, well, I guess what we're going to do is go and toss it to Madrina Ciano downstairs, who
I
is,
like her.
is on the.
She's one of my idols, Madrina.
Uh-oh.
Well, let's throw it to Madrina.
Hi there. Who am I speaking to? What is your name?
Marilyn Lazier.
Marilyn. This is Marilyn Lazier. She's here for the grand opening of Arbors in Gulf Breeze. Can you tell me what brings you here this evening?
Yes, we've been looking for a place to retire in, and finally we got something in Gulf Breeze.
Well, how long have you known about the Arbors, and do you currently live here?
I currently live here, and I've known about it for a couple of months.
Wonderful. And
Yes.
do you have friends that are here?
Oh, yes.
And what made you make the move from wherever you were living previously to here at the Arbors of Gulf Breeze?
I live alone. I have a big house, and I'm not moving right away, but I will be happy to retire here in this area where all my friends are, and all the convenience of living here.
Now, are you from the Pensacola Gulf Breeze area?
Yes.
Now, and are you from here originally?
No.
Okay. As I detected an accent in your
Yeah,
voice, I
New
thought maybe
York.
you were from up north.
New York.
I thought it was
Yes,
New York.
New
That's
York,
what I was
yes.
picking up. Well, I think this is a wonderful place to retire. It's so close to the beach in Pensacola, downtown Pensacola. So I bet you're very excited about retiring
And
here.
this is a beautiful place, and the convenience of the hospital, the library, the shopping, the beach, whatever you want is right here.
Very good point. I didn't think about that. You've got everything you need.
Everything you need. It's wonderful.
Well, welcome, and thank you so much for giving us your time this
And
evening.
thank you for building a place in Gulf Breeze.
Oh, thank you so much.
Presenting the Arbors, the most significant senior living community in Northwest Florida. The Arbors offers unparalleled amenities for seniors who enjoy an active lifestyle, those who require additional assistance, and seniors in need of memory care. Located in Gulf Breeze proper with easy access to the beach and downtown, the Arbors offers unlimited luxury but has limited availability. Reserve your residence today at the Arbors, the most exclusive address for senior living.
Okay, welcome back, Shirley. We're here enjoying the beautiful party at the grand opening at the Arbors of Gulf Breeze.
What a party, and it's just getting started.
Well, and why don't you introduce our guests?
Oh, and this is big.
Hello.
She comes to see me every morning, and she was formerly a radio star. She was Meg and Kevin in the morning, was it?
Kevin and Meg in the morning, and Kit and Meg in the morning, and a few other in the mornings.
Yeah. And then she got lucky and got a good place to stay with me.
That's
Shirley
right.
in the
That's
morning.
right. Shirley in the morning. That's right.
And then we have Angela Bottacini from Covenant Care, and we're so excited that you ladies are here to enjoy the festivities. Well, what do you
I'll tell
think?
you, we're privileged to have her here because she is the busiest lady in town right now.
That's true. That's very true. No, I'm not. But thank you for inviting me to come. This is a beautiful and amazing place.
We needed somebody to dress us up.
Well, I guess you put lipstick on the pig here, huh?
Well, I guess you should ask Angela, how are you doing, so she can say.
Oh yeah, how you been doing?
I couldn't. Oh, I'm hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit.
That's it. She taught me that one because I wanted to talk.
And it's
I
not
wanted to
easy
learn how to
teaching a
talk
northerner
Southern.
hair and a
Right.
biscuit.
That's right.
Well, we're very lucky because I wanted the audience to know that Meg and Angela are part of our Wednesday night get-together group, our ladies-only group. Unless we have had a couple of men crashers, but only with the permission of President Shirley. We discuss all questions, and if you have any, and all topics, there's nothing out of our limits. And if you have a question that you would like to ask Shirley, please do send them in to Shirley and Laverne at blabtv.com.
I know all the answers.
I will attest to that because she's always giving me good advice.
She always knows. What am I? I'm always
What?
right.
Shirley is always right, for sure.
Well, you admitted to me that you made a mistake once.
And that was a mistake.
It wasn't with me.
It was, yeah, she did. She actually said that. She said, I've made a mistake and I'm admitting it.
I said I made a mistake once in my life, but I found out later that it really was a mistake.
It was meant to be.
Oh, okay.
What was the mistake?
Well, we can't even remember now because it was...
Must not have been very important.
I wonder, do they have a memory floor here?
Yes, they do. They actually, this is the whole concept again of aging in place. And
Well, I don't really need a memory floor, but I need a floor where it's easy to run around with two wheels.
well, they have a lot of open spaces, community spaces, and they have happy hour every night.
Well, that's about the only thing I can do now. I mean, I was thinking of taking up painting when I came to Florida and we were younger and retiring, but now I can't do painting, so I had to have a club to join.
So you enjoy your cocktail hour. Well, a lot gets accomplished. We do carry out a lot of business.
Well, there hasn't been a place I lived that there was a cocktail. Starting way back to the summer homes when we were young. We had that resort, we had a blast.
Well, Shirley, did they have places where you were in Wisconsin or Illinois?
Listen, they'd love to have a place like that in Delavan, Wisconsin, because the facility they have there is not adequate. And my mother and sister stayed in it for a while, and they just, no, this is just
Stunning.
Well, I think, Angela, you said your mother was in...
It's like the first time I saw Paris, which I never did.
And it was a beautiful place.
Yeah, right.
You could volunteer here as like the cruise director. You could probably add a whole lot.
There's another career for you. The social director.
Social director.
If I can't be in the dancing, I'm not going to.
Yes, my mom was in 2 facilities, and she just never could really find her fit. And they were so different than this place. This is a place where you live and enjoy living with people with your same backgrounds, people with your same interests, coming and going. I think this is new, and this is quite amazing. And
Well, I love this spot right here, looking down on whoever
You
comes
can feel
in.
like the queen.
Yeah.
And the location's phenomenal. I mean, to be this close to the beach and be in the heart of Gulf Breeze, it's just amazing. There's so much to do. It's going to be like a whole community in and of itself, right
Well,
in the
the
heart
very
of Gulf
first
Breeze.
time I came to Pensacola, we stayed at, used to be the Hollywood Inn right down here.
That's right, yeah.
How many years ago? That is a long time.
Well, that was when Quinn came to Pensacola by himself when he was going to Baptist, and he came down first to find a place to live, and he ended up buying a house at Bay Point further down, but we stayed at the Holiday Inn, my husband and I.
That must have been 25
Oh,
years.
I think he came in 96.
96.
I'm not sure.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. That's a long time ago.
Because Mal and Mike were young kids going to grammar school here.
And look what he has done in that short a period of time in a community that he just dropped into.
I don't give birth to no nitwits.
No. I'll say. And from from your children to your grandchildren, they're all rock stars.
Oh, they are.
I know.
You heard.
I did.
And even the dogs, Olive and Hamilton, she told me their brains.
Yeah. How are they doing in school?
Oh, I don't know. I think they're going to have to make a few rounds to really
might have to go
get their award.
Oh, you should have brought them. I think you can have pets here too,
Yes.
right?
Really?
Yes.
This is a place that grandchildren want to come and children want to come, and that's really important when you're creating a community that your family wants to be there, not wants to stay away.
You'd always think, are they coming to see me?
Well,
Or
they
do
are.
they want all the amenities?
Just like they have when they come to see you. It's true.
Well, you know what will be interesting to see is after a year or so, if there are any marriages that occur in here.
Oh, this might be a great place to meet someone, huh?
Yeah, maybe I should move in.
Or volunteer just as well.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea.
Volunteer.
That's because you do meet people that are very friendly and educated and
And looking for companionship, not
Right.
just to be married, but to travel with and to spend time with and to dine with. It would be really neat.
Well, they're gonna have all
Shirley,
kinds
this
of-
might be
yeah.
perfect.
They're gonna have all kinds of activities.
Well,
here,
one
too.
thing, I don't plan on getting married.
No, shack up.
Oh, right. Well, I went to the doctor today,
Oh, you did? What happened?
and when he came in, we were talking about why I didn't feel good and that, and what's wrong, and I said, I don't know, I haven't got any energy. I said, maybe I need a boyfriend.
I'm just thinking somebody to pinch your little behind and pull out your chairs and do all those sweet things for you.
Well, I got a good boyfriend, Dick, her husband. If I could get rid of her,
I understand what you're saying.
well, actually he enjoys
Dick
it.
Baker is a great guy.
Well, he enjoys going over there. He asks me every morning, "Are you going
And
over
she
there?"
thinks we're upset because she's staying out and going to clubs. We don't care.
Going to clubs. Wow.
Well, you have a way of just attracting people because you're very outgoing and always so modest.
And shy.
She's so
So
modest
shy.
and shy.
And unopinionated.
I think it would require a much
And
younger man.
Listen, don't you agree I'm the most patient person in the world?
Patience would be the number one virtue that comes to mind.
I wanted to jump out of the window at the doctor's office today.
Yeah, we waited a little while, so it wasn't good.
Well, she's okay because she has her plaything with her all over.
I play games on the phone while we're waiting in the doctor's office.
Well, ladies, we really appreciate you coming by. We want to make sure you enjoy the food and the tour.
Thank you
and-
for inviting
Yes.
us. It's such a pleasure to be here.
Yeah. Well, we're going to go and toss it to Madrina Ciano, who's out there on the red carpet greeting everyone, and we'll be back soon.
Exciting excitement continues tonight with the grand opening of the Arbors, and I have none other than Ray Russenberger here, and also Ed Graves, who is the former City of Gulf Breeze mayor. Tell me what's going on here tonight. What your thoughts are on this?
Well, I just think it's a fantastic facility. If you just walk through all the different areas, all the way back to the memory care, you look at the dining room that they got back there with the big arches. Incredible facility. I think it's going to be a wonderful addition to Gulf Breeze.
Very luxurious, lots of amenities, very centrally located near churches and stores and restaurants and schools and hospitals. I mean, I don't think you could have done a better project. Would you please explain to our audience what your involvement is here?
I was a partner in the development. That was it.
Very good. And
Yeah.
tell us about your friend, Mr. Ed Graves, you've got standing here. You were speaking very kindly of him off camera, and I thought that the community needed to hear what you had to say.
Well, Ed years ago and came up with the idea of doing this bonding where the city of Gulf Breeze was able to raise funds to do all kinds of investments. In fact, they did the bonding and provided the financing for the Community Maritime Park in Pensacola and all over the state, basically. And it was his idea, and he's done a wonderful job, so you need to ask him about it.
Well, I know a lot about Ed because the commonality we have is we both did Take Stock in Children, and I rode a bus to Tallahassee with you for the Rally and Tally. And as the mayor of Gulf Breeze, you paved the way for a lot of great things that Ray was speaking of. Can you tell me a little bit about how you think this will impact Gulf Breeze in the future?
this is a place where many of us becoming empty nesters now have a place to fulfill complete lifetime, the life cycle, stay in Gulf Breeze, enjoy a fabulous facility. They've done a first-class job here, and it's one of the amenities of Gulf Breeze that now really creates a total living experience for everyone. And I'm very proud of them for doing this. I thank them for doing this, and they've done a great job with it.
Ed, I spoke to several of the council members for City of Gulf Breeze, and they actually shared some information about how this is going to be the catalyst for tremendous progress in streetscaping and some other projects that are going to happen right here in the community that I live in. And so I think that is really exciting. How does it feel for you to see our city grow and expand?
Well, obviously, it's a point of pride. The streetscapes that will come later as part of the community reinvestment district that we created years ago is now paying off with such as streetscapes and improvements in this whole core area. And hopefully it's one of the reasons that brought folks like Ray to put dollars in the community and be an investor and bring these nice facilities. So it all comes together, and it's coming together for the benefit of the whole area.
It really does. It's all very big picture, and I call it the trickle-down effect. And so I just thank you, Ed, for having, Ray for having a vision, and Ed for being there as a pioneer in the previous years and setting the tone. And both of you have contributed significantly to an area that I live in, and I want to thank you personally, and I know Pensacola thanks you.
Dine in, carry out, and now downtown delivery available on orders for 10 or more. So Chop, downtown Pensacola at the corner of Palafox and Main.
Come celebrate with us at So Gourmet. Grab your friends and come upstairs for our stellar cooking classes available both dinner and lunchtime. Plus, our event space is perfect for hosting anything from parties to corporate gatherings. With indoor and outdoor spaces available, your guests can take in beautiful views of downtown Pensacola. For details and booking information, call 438-7857. Come upstairs and celebrate with us at So Gourmet, upstairs at the corner of Palafox and Main.
Well, Shirley, hi. We're enjoying ourselves still at the beautiful grand opening.
Getting better all the time.
I like your style.
And we've got some friends that have popped by from our Wednesday group.
Our Wednesday group, yeah, I was sitting with them last night. Those girls don't behave all the time.
Well, we have Paul Michelle, who's the CEO of Big Brothers Big Sisters of Northwest Florida, and Teresa Wagner, who is a longtime friend of the family, these are both charter members of our
and a
Wednesday
very
night
old
group.
friend, because I met her probably before anybody else here.
Yeah, that's right. We met a very long time ago. Maybe 15
But believe
years.
it or not, we were chaperones.
Yeah.
You were what?
That's hard to believe in our world. Chaperones.
Mallory's 21st birthday, we were the chaperones for a cruise. My daughter was with us too. And we gave those children really good orders. We said, you just be sure and be on this boat when we're ready to go towards back, otherwise we'll be in trouble.
Absolutely. I think the only time I saw them was about dinner once, maybe.
What?
Was dinner once, maybe I saw her and her friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Mallory stood behind me. Oh, and her son TJ was there, and he and I jitterbugged. That was when I could move fast, guys.
That's right. We had a lot of fun on that cruise.
How long was that trip?
It was short. It was about 4 days, I think.
It was
but
the Carnival cruise.
What's that?
Was it the Carnival party?
It was a Carnival cruise out of Port Canaveral, and it was about 4 days, a long weekend. And we had all our kids and some friends, and they all had a good time. My kids love cruises. Absolutely love them, because there's something for everybody. Everybody's happy.
Well, I think you two would be fun. If I had to pick chaperones, I would pick the two of you.
I don't know.
If you really wanted to behave.
No.
Well, that's why you want us.
I don't know if I'd recommend me as a chaperone, but
Because look, you go to bed early, so you know I just have to say night, night, Shirley, and then we could go back.
Well, Teresa also works for Studer's.
Yes,
I do. Yeah, I've worked for them in many capacities. I've worked in just about every company they've owned. I'm the queen of menial tasks, and that's what I enjoy doing.
Yes, does a good job. I don't know, they really loved her making popcorn somewhere, if that's a real important job.
Popcorn Fridays in the Rhodes Building were very popular.
I know. Do they do that now? They don't.
The Rhodes Building bought our popcorn maker when they bought the building, and but they only make one thing. It's done, and it just is lobby. And some people have said they're not doing it so much anymore, but the Studers kept it up over in Belmont de Villers. They brought a popcorn popper over there, and they do it on Fridays now at the de Villers Square.
So maybe sometime they would have it where featuring guest popcorn maker Teresa Wagner.
Right. I even had a tenant at the Rhodes Building make me popcorn, those little popcorn striped boxes, earrings.
Oh, that is so cute.
Yeah, they were really, really fond of the popcorn at the Rhodes Building. They still talk about it.
Well, so she also has a little sister.
I do. I mentor through
Paul
this.
is with big brothers and sisters,
Yep.
and they both have
Yeah.
girls they know.
Yep, I mentor through Escambia County Schools, and Paula has big brothers, big sisters. So 2 different organizations, but we pretty much do the same thing.
And how long, Paula, have you been matched with your little?
I've been matched with my little, her name is Hope, and we've been matched for about 5 years. So she's 14.
Wow. So you've seen a lot of growth and change.
I actually want to bring her by and let her meet Shirley one day.
Oh, that'd be nice.
She would love to meet you.
Yeah. Well, your big deal is you do a lot for the thing. It's what is it? Big Brothers and Sisters. Yeah. You're ahead of it, aren't you?
Yeah.
And now Teresa has 3 that she mentors. Now.
I do.
You liked it so much.
I do. I tutor math for 4th graders that are having difficulty. And then I have 2 3rd graders that we work on reading mostly.
But we don't know what's going to happen to those kids because now she's going for baseball players.
You better let Teresa explain that. Otherwise her husband.
A little wine and I tell all.
Because last night you kept saying you're really good with young men, and I thought you really need to stop putting it quite like that. But
well, you are. You know how to handle. I consider them like children.
Anything that you bring up with that, it doesn't sound great for me.
Well, you're like a mom.
I do. I house baseball players for the Blue Wahoos since they don't make a whole lot of money and they need a place to stay that's cheap, and all my kids are grown adults and moved out. So I have extra bedrooms, and why not? It's nice to have young people coming and going, and
she likes the children, but she kind of likes these ball players.
What's that? What's that?
I said you like the children, but you also like these ball players.
Yeah, I like having young people coming and going. It keeps you active and going, and I have season tickets to the Blue Wahoos, so I get to watch them regularly, so it's good fun. That is fun. I like it.
Well, Meg and I were driving to the doctor today, and there was a car next to us, season holders of tickets to the Blue Wahoos on there.
Where's that sticker? I haven't gotten that sticker. They missed me somehow.
I don't know, but they're running around.
Well, baseball is about to start. When is the first game?
It is. April 11th is opening night.
So is that the first home game then?
That's the first home game. They might be out of town before that.
Yeah, they start away, I know
They
that.
start away, and they're at spring training right now down in Arizona. So I secured my player the other day. He'll be here, and his name's Josh Van Meter. And from what I've read, he plays third base.
Oh, wow.
I think. Don't quote me. I think that's true.
I'm so happy football season is over and baseball season is starting.
Yeah, basketball I'm a pretty big fan of, but I enjoy the socializing at baseball games. I like seeing everybody and talking and
watching everybody.
And I have to sit behind the net because I'm talking all the time. As you can see, I have a problem with talking.
Well, we do have diarrhea of the mouth sometimes.
I know.
Shirley Studer.
That's because I'm Irish. I kissed the Blarney Stone. I think I've
Well, I
kissed
think
it
they
twice.
want something like that in there, don't they?
You know,
So I have the gift of gab.
we did do something interesting, and you folks weren't there, you would have been in on it, but we did do a wager on our Sweet 16. So we'll see how Shirley.
Where are we at with that?
Well, they're going to finish this weekend, so we should
Don't we-
know.
yeah, but it seems to me Loyola and
Well, they're finalizing. Dick did the thing.
I'm thinking of my team.
I know you're thinking of your team, but we'll say that if Dick wins again this time, we might have to investigate because he won last time. And Shirley.
So do you stay up on it? Do you trust Dick to do it?
She said elder abuse. We didn't want to have to report elder
You know
abuse.
how people take advantage of the elderly.
Too many.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a lot of
We
calls on my phone,
started
so I'm thinking I might
on
be
a
there.
$5 bet and ended up with 20 he wanted from each of us.
Well, he's keeping track, but we're watching. But Shirley's still got 5 teams in, so it's kind of good. And she's listening to it on the radio, too.
Is she? And this is March Madness that you're listening to? I wish I hadn't seen any of it. I wish I did, because that's my favorite basketball. But I prefer it live.
Do you do any basketball? Shirley, you have a headache? No, you look like you're doing something.
I can't see
Yeah, it's
it.
difficult with the light over here.
Yeah.
But we'll let you know if any man's headed your way, since you're a man magnet.
Grab them.
Any rambling men in the room coming your way, we'll let you know. We'll give you a heads up.
Okay. Anyway, you girls look nice tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's a pretty color. You and Teresa wearing the same color.
We got the
Well, I don't know how it happened. Quinn came in with a suit. I swear it was almost the same color.
Now, Paula, your dad's at home.
My dad is at home.
And would he consider being in a place like
I think he
this?
would. I think he would.
To
but-
enjoy the companionship
See,
of people.
I think it'd be great to have the companionship and to have the dining room.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
we passed the arts and crafts room on our way in. I was telling my friend that it was like, how fun is this? They got so many, we were looking at the beauty salon.
Okay, and so we want you guys to be able to tour before you go, and we're going to go ahead and toss it back to our friend Madrina Ciano on the red carpet.
Hello, I am here with the one and only Renee Bookout, Gulf Breeze City Councilwoman, and I'd like to hear what you have to say about this facility. It's so luxurious, and it's definitely first class, and it's here in our backyard, Renee. Tell me what your thoughts are on that.
Well, we are very excited to welcome the Arbors and the residents to Gulf Breeze. We want to open up our community doors to them. We look forward to seeing them in our churches, in our schools, volunteering, in our stores, in our restaurants. And actually, this project really will be the springboard for some very exciting things that are going to happen in the city of Gulf Breeze. As we work in this area to improve the streetscape, we're hoping to take underground the electricity power poles. We're looking to improve the streetscape here, improve the streetscape along Daniel Drive, and truly this project is the impetus for a lot of that happening. So we welcome the Arbors, we welcome the residents. Our doors are open at City Hall, and we hope they'll come by and join us. We have a Citizens Academy. We'd love them to get involved in any way. We can find a home for them too in our City Council as well, and we'd love to see them in the audience and on some of our boards. So welcome to Gulf Breeze.
Wow, very, very exciting stuff, not only happening for the Arbors of Gulf Breeze, but it sounds like it's going to be a great catalyst for progress in the city of Gulf Breeze or in the county. So that's really exciting news. Thank you, Renee, for sharing your thoughts.
Thank you, Madrina.
Shirley. Well, we're back at this wonderful, wonderful grand opening at the Arbors in Gulf Breeze. And
I'm getting more excited. The more I hear, the more excited I get.
well, and now look, you've got these three lovely gentlemen here to join us, and this we have John Tolan, who is one of the partners here with us.
Oh.
And we've got Brian Spencer. You know Brian, our wonderful architect.
He and I are thick friends already.
Thick friends. And we have Monsignor Hunt, who's over from St. Anne's.
Yes, I met and it was an honor.
And we kind of just wanted to find out how this all came to be.
Well, it started in August of 2014. I had met with Monsignor. I wanted to find out, knew about this land, and wanted to know if it was available, and he wanted to know available for what. And I think if I would have told him a bowling alley, I don't think we'd be here today. So we thought something in senior living, that's my background. He liked that, he wanted something for the community that the community would enjoy, and I did too. And so we came to pretty much a verbal agreement right off the bat. It'd be a great idea if we can get it done. And so sure enough, within a month or so, we purchased the property, and here we are today, almost 4 years later. But we have finally reached the finish line.
Monsignor, let me ask you: did you have any resistance from the congregation or of doing a project like this, or were people very excited?
Yes, we have been thinking about it for at least 25 years.
Wow.
And we actually had a survey made 25 years ago as to whether it would work out here. And the survey results said because of the bridge that people would not come from Pensacola. And so we didn't touch it again until I knew John's background, and I thought I would bring it up again. The parish was agreeable to sell the property, the diocese also. So it's great when you look across from our church over there, instead of looking at pine trees, we're looking at this beautiful building that is now serving the community. Because that's what we're here for, is to serve the community. So I thank John and his people that worked with him for making this property of service to the whole community.
Yes, what a wonderful, wonderful gift to the community. And I say not only Gulf Breeze, I imagine that you'll have people from all over, out of town, everywhere, coming to this as a destination to this place. And so you then got Brian involved with the vision. And Brian, how did you kind of feel about this whole project from the beginning?
Well, Brian was the first person I called after I talked to Monsignor.
Okay.
Brian was the first person I called. I knew he would be interested. I knew of course, his background as an architect.
Yes.
He grew up in Gulf Breeze. I knew he would love this. And
they knew you were
we
good.
were also tennis partners, so we know each other very well. So it was he was the first person I called, and then what you see today is a lot because of Brian.
Well, it's very impressive when we pulled in, my goodness.
Well, thank you. Shirley, I think the best compliment that I've received today at this memorable grand opening occurred when you asked where your suite was. Shirley said she likes it so much. Is there a Shirley suite? Well, we'll see what we can do, but I think we might have to talk to the other family members to see if they'll let you come on over and be Monsignor Hunt's neighbor.
Oh, wow, wouldn't that be nice?
It would be. I think, as I have told other people, the location being right within walking distance of certainly St. Anne's Catholic Church, the Presbyterian Church, the Gulf Breeze Church community, including Methodist Church, they're all nearby. It's just, as I would like to say, Monsignor Hunt, you had some vision 25 years ago.
Isn't that nice when your vision happens?
I just hate to think that we had to build this big building just to get on your show.
Yeah, it's hard to get on, you know. They're lining up all over. Well, I'm sure that Shirley suite is beautiful.
when we finish this interview,
That
we'll have
wraparound porch
the
really
wraparound.
impresses me.
Okay, thank you, Shirley. We'll have to go visit it after this show. The other thing that I would like to share is, as a Gulf Breeze native, as John pointed out when he called me, not only did I trust Monsignor Hunt's instincts, the congregation, as well as John, but as a native who still had family relatives living here in Gulf Breeze, my mother had, and her friends have for years been asking if we knew of any projects that might be on the horizon that would allow their peer group to continue to actually live in Gulf Breeze instead of moving across the Bay Bridge into Pensacola. So as we can all see today, this is full of Gulf
Well, they
Breeze.
could hardly ask for anything more, I'll tell you.
Well, thank you, Shirley.
Well, and it's like a big neighborhood. It's a brand new neighborhood. I mean, it's awesome that, you know, and I really do love the age-in-place ability because, you know, you don't want to get somebody to have to move here where they get comfortable.
Well, see, you have to keep graduating.
That's right. And there's the ability, this has the capability of letting someone age in place as they need maybe more services or, that's awesome. Very, very forward.
And this location is so perfect, close to the churches, close to the schools, and the stores, restaurants, shopping. You're not going to find a location off the main highway like this one in very many places. So this is really ideal for a place
Seems like there's still things you can look out and see, not like these places you move where building is against building and you don't have any scenery.
Yeah, nothing. St. Anne's is not going away, so there's always going to be that beautiful view. And you know, there's every denomination, like you said, Brian. There's the Methodists. There's, you know, other church. Lutherans are down the street. We've got all different types, and something for everybody.
That's right.
So that's wonderful. Do you foresee other communities like this in the future somewhere else, or?
It could be. I wasn't looking to get into this business when I did.
Right. You just got out of it.
Exactly. I was in it I've been in healthcare for like 40 years, so I was not looking for a job, and this has not been a job. It's been, once I started into this, it's been more of a passion. And so I've enjoyed doing this, but if this is the last one, I'm fine with that. And if there's one more or two more, I'm fine with that too. It's just whatever comes.
Well, I do have a question about staffing, because I know just as they built Destin and other places that grew larger, places that needed more people, are a lot of employees coming from Gulf Breeze area, or are you having to look outside? And you've created a lot of jobs.
John, I'll let you answer that.
Well, I would like to think that a lot of the employees would be from here in Gulf Breeze. Certainly Pensacola, people that would be willing to drive over the bridge to come over here. I think we figured there'd be, what was the number of employees? Was it?
I think above 80.
Yeah, I think over 80 total employees. So of course we'd love to, as much as we can, get them from this area. Okay. The Garson Point Bridge has always been a little bit of a hassle because people don't want to pay to get over here, but I would think we can draw enough from here and from Pensacola, and even if we have to go pick them up, we can do that.
Well, that's awesome. We appreciate you guys coming on to the show and telling us about this wonderful gift that you brought to the community, and we're going to go ahead and enjoy the refreshments and the band. We'll be right back.
Now we're in what I believe would be the cafeteria. But don't get this confused for any other retirement center. They're rocking out with a full band in here for their grand opening. Don't get it confused. This is not your average assisted living, senior living, or memory care center. They're going to have a full bar and happy hour every evening, and restaurant-style dining where you order off the menu.
I'm John Steele, certified financial planner and financial advisor at the Retirement Planners and PACE. Catch our program on Blab TV to learn more about how you can prepare for your financial future at retirement. You can also tune in every Saturday morning on WEBY 1330 AM for our live radio program. Visit our website at theretirementplanners.com to get more information about how we can help you.
Well, Shirley, we're here at the Arbors still of the wonderful grand opening in beautiful Gulf Breeze. We're about to wrap up the show, and so we thought we'd invite
I'll drink to that.
We thought we'd invite our friends who've been out there interviewing people. We've got Madrina Ciano and
I've
Catrice Nolan.
heard Madrina so much. I'm so glad to meet you in person.
Likewise, Shirley.
Oh, thank you. And this is
Catrice.
Oh.
Well, why don't you guys tell us, what have you been up to? What have you been doing?
Shirley, I don't know how your experience has been, but I've had a very exciting time. This is the biggest, grandest grand opening I've ever experienced for a facility like this. I mean, this parallels some of the special events I do in town. But I had the highlight of my day today is I met Mary May, Miss Mary May, quite a personality, very exciting lady, and she's the first resident here, 89 years old, and she was the first one to move in.
Still a kid.
Still a kid compared to you.
Yeah.
Maybe she'll join us on the dance floor later.
right.
But she was telling me all about how she lived down in Tiger Point down the highway, 7 miles. Doesn't seem far, but with traffic and depending on the time of the day, it could be. So this made her more centrally located. It also took the responsibilities of home maintenance away. She said she's excited to be here, and it makes her think of her husband, her late husband who passed away 4 years ago. She said he would absolutely love this facility, and he knows that he is smiling down on her, watching with joy and knowing that she's in good hands and being well taken care of. And so that was just a highlight of my interviewing tonight, because it speaks to the peace of mind that it can bring to ladies in her environment. Children, one lives on the beach and one lived out of town, but they feel so comforted knowing that their mother is here at the Arbors.
Well, safe.
Safe. That's what she said. She feels safe, and she knew that her husband could relax in heaven watching her here at the Arbors.
That's awesome. Well, you know, they do say it's very important if you are going to enter into a community, do it sooner than later so you can make friends, because it really, really is important to just enjoy life. And people are, look at Shirley, I won't tell them how old you are, but she's older than 89.
Big mouth.
I didn't tell them how old you
50.
were.
No, I'm calling myself.
Oh, did you say 50?
Yeah, right. You got it.
50. Well, so, and Catrice, tell us what you saw today. And
just like Madrina, a beautiful experience of being able to meet several people who are in similar situations, but it's always that one unique story that really sticks out the most. I did meet a family of a woman by the age of 91.
Wow.
She was awesome, but her unique part is that she has twin daughters. And her twin daughters, one lives in Gulf Breeze and another one lives in Pensacola, and that they were looking for a facility much like this one. They're looking to move her in, and she's an empty nest, has been for 14 years. So she's ready to transition into a place that's safe, somewhere she can be social, just as you said, and someplace that makes it feel like home away from home. And the fact that one of her daughters lived in Gulf Breeze made it really easy for her to come and visit her and, you know, move her in and make her be comfortable. And they were in love with what they saw, and they were ready to sign those papers.
Well, it is a wonderful feel here, and you know, it's when you don't have family close by. Shirley's lucky that she has her family, a lot of them next door.
They may be close by, but out of sight, out of mind.
Now, we all know better than that. I hang out with your son, and all he talks about is how much he loves his mother, Shirley. So I doubt it's out of sight, out of mind with him, is it?
Well, he owes his life to me, you know.
Well, we thank you for him.
Oh, well,
and the community thanks you for him.
I appreciate him.
We do.
Good little kid.
Good.
But this is a wonderful place, not only safe, but it sounds like a wonderful place where people can bond and enjoy life, enjoy just...
I wish I had been here 30 years ago.
Well, you had a great community at the Regency.
Yeah,
now.
well, I was lucky I had my husband with me for so many years.
Well, not only
we
that,
were
but the
married 74
Regency.
years.
Wow, you deserve a medal for that.
Yeah.
A medal of honor. I've never been able to keep a husband that long. That's amazing.
Oh, well, I couldn't get rid of mine.
He was a wonderful guy,
Oh, he was.
Shirley.
Oh, well, I know, but can't I make a joke?
Yes, you're making a joke. Oh my gosh. But you had a wonderful community in Fort Myers, similar to this. It was independent living in those condos that you had.
It was your own place and condo. I mean, you had to take care of it and take care of yourself. This now, heck, you could lay there and they'll do everything for you.
Luxurious service. And what I
Right.
kept hearing was how much it was so centrally located and easy for the residents to get around.
And to do different things, you're right, not only here, but in the Gulf Breeze proper and for family members to find. There's a lot of stuff they can just walk to.
Very close.
Wherever there's a McDonald's.
See, she said McDonald's or Publix, and those right there.
That makes you feel at home.
And 3 churches nearby.
Oh, well, we got a church too.
I know your son's speaking at that church tonight as we speak in Atmore.
Oh, wow. Are you going?
Not tonight. We go on Sunday when all religious people should go.
We have fun there. We make donations, don't we? We make charitable gifts there.
Everybody should donate to a good cause.
And our church in Atmore is a fun cause.
We're just teasing naturally. we're going and losing our shirt and think it's cute.
Oh, we go gamble.
That's
church.
Shirley. But
when we sat by the machines, I says, "Bow your head, Laverne."
Oh, I see what you mean. Your church is in Wind Creek.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Our church is in Wind Creek, but we have fun.
Like today. Today was fun. I really enjoyed it. I did not expect it to be the level that it was today. It was very exciting.
Oh.
What do you think that people, the community impact will be here?
You know what? I think this is going to go over big.
What I heard in speaking to some of the city council members today is just how this is going to be a catalyst for great things to come for the city. What's so neat is that I live here, this is my community, and I thought this was such a nice, quiet, well-contained build. I mean, you almost didn't hear any distraction or anything. It's tucked away, but yet right in the middle of everything. It's just so interesting. I'm very thrilled to learn about it. I actually told one of my friends who's a realtor that you need to be versed in this, because if you're selling homes to executives in the area who have elderly parents, this is something
that'll be a good selling point.
Yeah, very much so. I thought so.
A lot of people, looking for a place for mom.
Exactly. And I thought that this would be perfect because you can be near your grandchildren, near your children, where they school and work, but also be right here where you're also taken care of.
Near the beach.
If you have to need medical attention, we've got great medical facilities, both hospitals,
World class.
World class. So. Well, Shirley, we've had fun today, don't you think, with meeting people and talking to people?
I've had a blast.
Well, good. So, you did tell Brian Spencer you want to look at the Shirley room?
He told me he's got one here. No, but I've had a good time, and I've been an honor meeting you two because I hear names, but now I can put
names with faces.
Because I can see, I can put a little face to the name.
Well, it's a pleasure meeting you too. I mean, you're legendary, and no offense to my friend over there whom I call Auntie Laverne, but we do know who the star of the show is, right?
Well, she's just my sidekick.
You're the true star.
Well, admittedly, I say that. That's why we did put it Shirley and Laverne. We knew who was first.
Well, they wouldn't let us name it Laverne and Shirley.
Well, it was plagiarizing. We didn't want to do that. But she is the star.
Right,
she
there's that
is
part.
the star. But anyways, we've had a wonderful, wonderful day here today, and we want to go now and enjoy the party like everybody else. So if you are interested in a tour, please come by to see this beautiful, beautiful community here in Gulf Breeze, and you'll be very surprised, and you, like Shirley, might change your mind about wanting to live in a place in a community like this. And
well, you know, I've always said I was a squatter. You can't get rid of me because I've had my mail delivered there long enough to be legal. But I might, if he ever makes me mad, I'll say, heck with you, Quinn. I'm out of here.
Out of here.
Yeah, I'm out of here.
Well,
if you don't treat me right. If you don't treat me right.
all right, so we'll look forward to seeing each other again
Okay,
soon.
my
Thank
dear.
you, ladies.
Always nice
and
being with you,
cheers.
lovely
Love you. All right. See you later.